Well, how y'all doing today? I hope y'all are having a blessed day. So I'm going to entitle this video Mom Stories. And if y'all got any mom stories, please leave them in the comments. I'm having trouble with my comments, so I'm going to keep checking to make sure that they're all on. Because they will shut themselves off 2 or 3 times. So anyway, here goes one of my mom stories. Now, anybody can be a mom. I've been a mom to a lot of kids in my life. But you only have one mother. All right. And they say, it's an old time saying that if you have enough of them, you'll get one that's just like you. It's referred to a mother's curse, but that's a old wives' tale, and I don't really believe in it. I don't. And so my boys were kind of a mix. That's what they were now. My oldest son never got in any trouble. He was, excuse the mess, I'm doing laundry today, and I've done a load of laundry. I'm about to do my next. He was an artist, all right? I was an artist growing up. And he would have his artwork, he'd win prizes and stuff, and out of everybody that did artwork in his school, that may sound like a little bit of pride, but no, I think I'm just boasting a little bit. I would go to places like the Lutz Junior Museum up in Connecticut and some banks and stuff to view his artwork after he won. And we'd take him to go view it. Pardon me, he was a very good artist. Never got in any trouble whatsoever. None that I can ever recall. My youngest son was a little bit different. I mean, they were like me cut in half and half. You know, I was an introvert that sat up in my room doing artwork through most of my teenage years and reading, and every once in a while I'd go out partying and get a little bit wild. Now, when I lived in Lake Charles, Louisiana, my son was in his early teens, like 15, 14, 15. And I worked security. And my neighbor called me. My boss was all over that because my boss originally took the call and thought, well, it was a boyfriend calling me at work. And I was looking at him, looking at me, and I said to my neighbor, yeah, why are you calling me? And he said, I think that you should know that your son is having a party while you're at work. I said, really? What's going on? He said, there's so many people up there in your apartment. I had a 2-bedroom apartment in Lake Charles, Louisiana, that they're coming and going in the front and out the back, and in the back and out the front. I said, really? All right. Well, thank you for letting me know that. And I got off the phone, and my boss looked at me. He said, what's going on? Because I had to be called off the floor where I was working, walking my beat, to answer that call. I said, apparently my son is having a party at my house. Now, I didn't have a vehicle. I walked about a mile to work every day. At one point, my boss started letting me take the company vehicle home because I started doing perimeter checks where we would patrol the parking lot. And sometimes when we had events, I'd have to get out and direct traffic and stuff like that. And, we watched cars and vehicles and stuff like that. We just did a perimeter check. We just went. And we had to scan. They were scanners, barcodes where we had to scan where we checked throughout the day. And they put me on that at one point. And so he'd let me take the company vehicle home. He knew I lived in a very safe area. I didn't have a vehicle, and he'd let me take the vehicle home. And I told him, I said, apparently my son is having a party there, and my house is just filled with kids. Now, if something happens and somebody gets in trouble, when you're working security after 5, 10, even 15-year background checks, and they're all minors, that can rebound upon you, and it can't affect your job. I told my boss I don't know what to do about it. I just don't know what to do about it. And he said, take the vehicle and go home and handle up on it and come back. I called my son. He answered the phone. I said, son, you got 10 minutes to get everybody out of my house. I'm going to be there in 10 minutes, and when I get there, everybody better be gone, even you. I got home with nobody in my house. Even my son was gone. He didn't want to deal with it. Yeah, he had a bit of a party animal streak in him, but I cured him from having people in my house while I was gone. And the things that you can experience when you're a parent, yeah. So, if any of y'all ever experienced anything like that when your kids were growing up, or something else quirky or crazy that they did, please leave it in the comments, because, you know, at the time, it wasn't funny. At the time, it wasn't good. But looking back on it now, it's a fond memory. So, y'all share experiences, you know, that you've had with some of your kids. Yeah, it cured my son. He never did that again. He was very shocked when I called and he answered the phone. I said, son, I'm going to be there in 10 minutes. You better have everybody that's in there out of my house. He was like, whoa, how did she know that, you know? And then he got mad. He said, if it hadn't been for the neighbor calling you at work, you'd never known. You know? Anyway, y'all, if y'all have gone through some things with your kids while they were growing up, leave your story in the comments, all right? I'd find that very interesting, I would. Y'all have a blessed Mother's Day. And remind your kids of some of the things that you went through dealing with them while they were kids, all right? Now, I can't say I ever had a party at my house while my parents were gone, because every once in a while, my parents had a party. And I'd be able to invite some of my friends. And it was all right. It was supervised and everything. And no, never had to sneak people into my house to have a party when I was growing up. Y'all have a blessed Mother's Day, and share your experience as being a mother in my comments, all right? Fond memories. Like I said, maybe not at the time, but yeah, you can look back on them now and kind of chuckle about it. Y'all have a blessed day. Bye-bye.